consciousness. We're all one. Even the science, the quantum scientists tell it, what the mystics have been saying for thousands of years. There's no separation. There's only one life. That life's the life of God. We're all connected at the root, at the center. You know, there's something else happening. However, it has to happen. It has to be conscious evolution. It's not just going to happen. As Dr. Martin King Jr. reminded us, peace does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability. It rolls in on the backs of individuals who are holding hands with the great destiny emanating from the power and the love of the presence of God. It's going to happen. And of course, that's a paraphrase. I threw a little Beckwith in there as well. Now, in other words, God sent you and you and you and you to wake up and realize there's a bright destiny trying to happen. I know. Many of you are stuck in the abyss of the death of the caterpillar, and you're like, oh no, what's going to happen? It's a liquid. I don't know what's going on. And they're killing off, and the immune system is killing off the imaginal cells of the butterfly. This is what happens. The immune system of the caterpillar kills off the imaginal cells of the butterfly. Dr. King, Kennedy's. They kill off all the alternative doctors that have been murdered. They kill off the Tesla. They kill off the imaginal cells, Malcolm X, Dr. King. They kill off the imaginal cells of the next stage of unfoldment until there's a proliferation of the butterfly. And then that defense system, that immune system of the caterpillar gives way to the emergence of a butterfly. And so in this time on our life of this great renaissance, there's not going to be any single person standing up. It's going to be communities standing up and saying we are one. Communities standing up and saying all needs met for everyone. Communities standing up saying there is no border that can separate us. Communities standing up so they won't be able to, the immune system of the old colonial structure will not be able to kill every single person because we're waking up. And this is the benefit of the right technology of the live stream, because we can talk to millions of people at one time saying, wake up, thou that sleepeth. The presence of God has given you life and light. Do not be afraid. This is your time. This is why you came to the planet. Don't run and cower at this particular time. Don't walk lockstep in the status quo of whatever country you're in. You've come to change the status quo. You've come to break free from it. You've come to be a peacemaker and a peacekeeper, but the peace is the dynamic of harmonizing good that you must have an encounter with. It can't be academic. It can't be abstract. You have to do the inner work so that you really know what peace is. And in your own heart and soul, compassion and love will begin to express through you. Then you'll understand what is meant by moving from the work ethic to the worth ethic. I was listening to Toni Jones, the great singer. I love her stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I'm listening to my own mind. And she has that song about moving from the work ethic to the worth ethic. And this is very important, that we have a work ethic. I'm not saying you don't do hard work, but unless there's a deep sense of encounter with who you are as a soul and as a spirit, unless there's a deep sense of self-love and appreciation, you begin to allow for your perception of lack about yourself to be projected onto the world, and they show up as hindrances and obstacles. You think something out there is keeping you from your success, but it's your own lack of self-worth and appreciation, that you've actually believed what people have said about you. You know, people have talked about you. Ignorant people talk about people all the time. Ignorant people gossip. Ignorant people lie. They exaggerate other people's faults to build themselves up. And if you take that on and have a deep sense of a lack of self-worth and appreciation, and then you end up projecting all of that onto the world, and you think that there's something out there, bad luck, something out there that's trying to get you. No. It's your own lack of self-worth and appreciation. And I'm not talking about having an ego trip about yourself. I'm talking about falling in love with the presence of God as your very life and being, saying in substance, let me see who I am. Let me see what I am. Open my eyes that I may see the reality of my own being. Let me kiss God on the lips and until I realized there's only one lips. I'm kissing the presence of God. In other words, as Meister Eckhart indicated, I see God through the same eye that God sees me. We can come into that awareness, and then you will not overcompensate for what you think is a lack within you. You will understand that you've been compensated when you took the incarnation. The Spirit of the living God has already compensated you. The Spirit of the living God has given you everything. In other words, God doesn't dole out like, oh, you get this and you get that and you get a little bit of the power, you get a little bit of love, you get a little bit of the grace. What do you think omnipresent means? Everywhere present. All of it. You can't get it because the surface mind compartmentalizes. But your soul knows that the presence is everywhere. That means all of the presence is everywhere. I can see it right now. You know, you can take a telescope and you can look at the moon, or you can look at the sun perhaps, you see? But if you put the telescope down and close your eyes and leave your body, you'll begin to see all the celestial bodies, and you'll see them in your field of awareness, that there's no time and space, that everything is everything. Woo-hoo! You'll see that the presence is everywhere, all connected, you see. And it's evenly spread everywhere, in the quarks, in the black holes, in the light. The black holes is the dark energy of infinite potential. You'll see it everywhere. Whoo, whoo. Now. So when you catch that all of it is where you are, whoa, and you have an encounter with it through your deep and soulful prayer action, your meditation, you fall in love with the presence. You fall in love with what the presence has given you. You fall in love with the presence as this gift of life, as you give thanks that you exist at all. No overcompensation. You're already compensated. Now, you know what you have to do now? Now you've got to share it. You've got to shine it. You got to radiate it. You got to circulate it. You got to gift it. You got to cultivate your gifts, talents, and capacities. You got to share it. And your gift, the bliss is in the giving of it, the sharing of it, you see. You're already compensated. And then what does that provide? It provides opportunities for more sharing. And then opportunities for the manifestation of, even for the coin of the realm. Other gifts, friendships, money, whatever the case may be. But you're not overcompensating for lack. You've already been compensated. It's like, listen, I'm looking at so much. When the Spirit of the living God birthed the multidimensional universes, the solar systems, the galaxies, the cosmos, living biology, planetary systems, all of that, it wasn't out of loneliness. God was so full of bliss and ecstasy that it released itself as all creation. Infinite. And now it wants to know itself through all of its creation. You're the same way. You're not going to hold on and hoard. Oh, I don't want to do this. No. I got so much in me. I got to share it. I got to shine it. I got to sing it. I got to dance it. I got to choreograph it. I got to write it. I got to heal from it. I got to give from it. Oh, so much I got to create. I'm going to create galaxies with this energy. No overcompensation. I'm being compensated. Now I've got to share.